Welcome to episode 8 of my Train Sim World Journey series. Before we get too started here, just a little bit of information. So, the previous 7 episodes I recorded in one day, and I'm going to be recording the next 3 or 4 episodes today. I'm going to be, after episode 8 comes out, they're going to be switching to only coming out on Tuesdays. 2 reasons. One, this kind of makes it so I don't have to make a ton of content. I have to make, 4 or 5 videos in a day. And also allows me to have maybe a new series. That I got one that I'm kind of pondering. It came to me the other day, and I've been doing some poking around and stuff. Another video series I want to do, and I want that one to maybe start coming out on Thursdays. So after episode 8, which is this one, the Train Sim World series will only be airing, or only be coming out at 9 a.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. The other thing is, if I don't do any episodes after this little set of episodes here, I'm going to explain why once we get started. But here we are, we're doing the Y104 car switching journey. Move the newly arrived cars from the receiving yard and then continue switching the cars into their outbound cuts. There are also a couple of cars to deliver to the car shop. It should take about an hour, so this should be, a few episodes of this series. So let's just hit begin. We're running the GP38-2. I don't like the camera movement. It immediately goes to. I'm trying really hard not to. Not to be super critical and negative, but there's a lot of things I just don't like. I don't like that when I opposite click, I right click, and it goes into camera move mode like this, and then it stays there. I actually don't like that. Gen field on. Freight. I also don't like that it's I can't really quite get that right where I want it. Let's get out of the seat for a moment. Controlling unit with unit coupled at long hood. And go. Go ahead and turn on the front number board lights. We don't need that one. That's good. For doing first person stuff like this, having that mouse be locked on is nice, but it's in the when I'm sitting in the seat, it shouldn't. I don't know what setting that one needs to be in, but I'm just gonna leave it there. Number board lights on. That's the right setting. I don't know. I could be wrong. So I do these episodes, and like I said, I record 4 or 5 of them. I recorded 7 of them in one go. And the advantage there is I don't have to worry about saving the game because of bugs with saving. Close that door, damn it. Put the engineer seat. Let's go to our map view. It's 9, not F9. Looks like all of those switches are set for us to go right. Why do we have to go to right there? Okay, well, guess that's where we're going. I'm using the rail driver, like always, because I have a rail driver and it now works. Yeah, I say, recording 3 or 4 episodes at a time. Oh, I forgot to put the reverser lever in. There's always one step I forget. There it goes. Should be moving. Why isn't it moving? But I record 4 or 5 of them at a time, And it kind of makes a backlog. So if I miss a day of recording, I have I'm not like, oh no, I don't have to work a video for today. But also, I'm gonna just quickly set. I'm looking at like Streamlabs, and for whatever reason, my audio things aren't like they're moving, but they're not moving right. It's bugging me. But no, I have that backlog of videos ready to come out. But I'm going to. But the disadvantage of that is if like someone makes a comment or something, it may be 3 or 4 episodes before I can address that comment before it gets to me. So if you comment like, "Oh, you did that wrong. You better do it right in episode 9." It's like, well, I'm not going to see it until after the episode 9 comes out. So I'm gonna try and do like 4 episodes in a setting. The other thing I also point out, like I said, there may be a small break and like gap in how many videos I put out, because as of recording this, I'm going into surgery, and I'll probably be kind of out of service myself, like unable to really do much for a few days. So I'm like, I want to get at least this scenario, this Y104, done today, like all the episodes for it. Probably about 4 or 5 episodes. Before, to do anything else. Alright, go via as indicated. Let's check our map. Switches all appear to be aligned correctly. I'm just coasting at 15 miles an hour. Nice level flat track here, easy to do that. The other thing too I want to point out, the weather is kind of wonky today. It's been the past couple days in the city I live in. It's real cloudy, real windy, and it kicks up a lot of dust. And that dust really messes with my allergies. So if you hear me sneezing or sniffling, it's just my nose just going. We're getting a little overspeed. Let's just tap independent brake. I know there's a bit of a grade coming up here, especially when we go underneath the hump here. I'm just working the independent brake as we go along. And because I know we're about to go down a hill, I'm not going to give it power and just let the hill do the work. But I think we're actually, we will give it a little power. A little too slow. Let's check our map again. Yeah, and all of the switches are lined for the route that we want to take, which is nice. It's always nice to check where you're going. Now, if I were, if this were Run 8 or any other train simulator where I spend a lot of time working those yards and stuff, I wouldn't be checking that map. I would already know where I'm going. But this isn't a yard that I normally work. I don't know it as well as I know, say, Barstow or some of the other yards and other train simulators I play. So taking the time to make sure I'm doing things right, at least throwing the switches, I'm taking my time to make sure I do the things right, throwing the switches correctly. There we go. I can English today. Allergy pill. I took it and it scrambled my brain. Because these are short little 15-minute episodes, I might bump them up to 20 minutes just because we'll get a little more done. So, expect this episode to go about 20 minutes since we're already at like the 10-minute mark. Well, at the 9:30 mark, but. Like I hit record, and so the thing is bothering me right now, and it's not the game, it's the program I use for recording. It has meters, so I can actually see like how loud my voice is compared to how much the microphone's picking up and game audio and everything. And normally that stuff is really responsive, but the meter bars are like, well, here, let me just, can I? Oh, and see how they're moving just fine like that? They, if I click on the game, like they do that just fine. But as soon as I click on the game, it's like they're delayed. They're just slow. Like the FPS of just the voice meter goes to like 1. Let's see what happens if I click on like. Yeah, if I click off. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. I'm gonna change a setting between this episode and the next one. It's like if I click off of Train Sim World. Here's something I want to know. I've clicked off of Train Sim World. I've currently clicked on Discord on the screen. Does my rail driver still work? Yes. Cool. So I was able to in Windows, right? Windows computer programs have a focus. Basically, if you click on it, your computer is focused on that. Your keyboard and mouse input will affect that and not anything else on your computer. This is how you can open up Firefox and then click on, click to type into Google, but then click on Discord and type, and your message that you're typing to your friend on Discord doesn't get sent to your Google search. Let's apply our brakes as we come into a stop here. Make the joint on this tank car. All I'm doing is I'm applying a little bit of independent brake, about 20-pound reduction, and then releasing it. Just keeping the speed nice and slow. And that'll do, and then we'll just do our 3-point set. Apparently I can't move the reverser into neutral. There we go. Alright, stop is indicated. It is behind us. Let's make sure that all these switches are lined up. And then we'll get back to talking about Windows screens and focus and all that. So what can happen is you'll be playing a game, right? You'll click off your screen and whatever controller you're using will stop functioning. A good example of this is when I play trains. The rail driver works in trains, and the rail driver works in Run 8, and it kind of works here in TSW. When I'm playing trains, if I click on Discord to type a message to one of my friends, or whatever, because Windows is no longer focused on trains, rail driver input no longer gets sent to the game, and I lose control of my train. In Run 8, if I'm driving my train using the rail driver and I click on Discord to read something, even though Windows is no longer focused on Run 8, Run 8 still takes the input from my rail driver, so I still have control of my train. Being able to say, let's just do this as an example. Pan the camera around, and now you can see I've got Streamlabs here. Stupid Windows arrow. You see I got Streamlabs here. I've clicked on it. That's my focus, but I still have rail driver control, which means I still have control of my train. So I could easily go and click and type a message on Discord or change settings on Streamlabs and still be able to drive my train. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And we're going to run this episode about 20 minutes long. It's at 15. I think 15 is a good digestible chunk. You could sit down and watch that, and it stays within your attention span instead of a 2-hour video. But we're going to run this one, these next couple episodes, 20, just to see how they're going. Just kind of looking at like some of the stats of my videos, and yeah, I'm not making this series to be like hardcore let's make oodles and oodles of money and thousands of views. But yeah, I'm getting a good number of views on this series. Let's see, we got about 30, 20 views. Not too bad. Maybe it'll pick up, maybe it won't. We'll see. kind of want to find that sweet spot of this is just long enough to be entertaining and engaging, and you're not sitting there left wondering what to do next if you're using these as some sort of tutorial, which is not really. They're just me hanging out, driving trains, and talking my mind, and just trying to enjoy this game, but trying to find that good balance of what is entertaining and what isn't. I just went to go grab my drink and hit my rail driver and just throttled up. We're going a little fast, so I'm just going to do a little bit of independent break. We're doing about 17. We should be doing only 15. And they actually want me to stop right there, so because we're in the yard and we're under 15 miles, under 20 miles an hour, I'm going to use independent brake to kind of control the speed of this train. We're going to try and stay in first-person view like this for the entirety, because that's how I am. I'm a more hardcore simmer. I like the first-person view. 20-pound reduction on the train brake. I may have overshot the stopping point a little bit. Now where do they want me to go? Am I actually coupling up to more? Oh, they want me to go there. Okay. Like, why is the icon in this weird spot? That's where they want me to go, and it looks like all of my switches are lined up for me to go that way. Very nice. Oh, that's a speed icon. I'm thinking that's my next move icon. I'm reading the icons wrong. So we'll move to that icon, and then that'll be this it for episode 8. I think episode 9, I'm gonna grab a topic off of the Train Sim World PC discussion forums. I'm gonna be talking about that topic on that next episode. So, and mind you, I'm not like some expert on this stuff. I've just been playing train simulators and other games for a very, very long time, and I'm a fairly opinionated person. So, I'd like to voice my opinion because I have a platform to do so. Everyone has a platform to do so. There's nothing that stops any one of you from just going out and making your own YouTube channel, making your own videos. And I encourage you guys to do it. Find something that works for you. I know what worked for me in the beginning of this channel was my model railroading stuff. I haven't been able to do any model railroading in a long time. But the little thing too, I said I'm going to be recording like I'm going to do this whole job as one set of episodes, and I'm also thinking like, man, I'm going to be making so much content today because I'm doing this, and then I want to record another video that's going to come out after episode 8, after this episode comes out, but for a different YouTube series. And then I'm going to be doing some live streaming. Now, if you're like, oh, I'm watching episode 8 right now, you're going to be doing live streaming. Remember, I'm recording this on January 22nd, and this video isn't going to be coming out until like the 28th. This episode is actually coming out on the 28th. So, but there will be a link in the description below where I have my Twitch channel. I primarily play Run 8 and iRacing on my Twitch channel. So, if you go there, that's what you'll see there. Go via as indicated. What do we have going on here? Oh, I got a grain train going the other way. Go via stop indicated. We'll just let the train coast while I check and make sure that our switches are all aligned. Oh, it's right there. So we'll get to that stop point, and then that's where I'm actually going to wrap up. So actually, I'm going to wrap it up here. Well, yeah, I'll wrap it up when we stop there. Whew. Again, my allergies are like kicking my ass today. I've already taken an allergy pill, but every time I do it, like I take it when I first wake up in the morning, and it takes like 2 hours for it to kick in. Like, I'm just sniffly and miserable for like 2 hours. Oh, so I'm just like... So we're going to stop. I'm going to end the episode. I'm going to change the graphics setting. And then I'm going to go blow my nose. And record the next episode. Of course, as always, like, subscribe if you want to. That's your prerogative. I'm not going to push that. I'm just going to say it. If you got thoughts, anything you want to see me do differently, go ahead and put it in the comments. Just remember that it may be a few episodes before I address your comment. I'm going to turn up the game sound a little bit. Maybe I had that a little too low. It's like full volume game sound. Right about there. Right about there. Right? Yeah, that should be good. There, and now my voice shouldn't be drowned out, but you can really more easily hear all the... There's a lot of little sounds, and I'm hearing them, and it's just like... Whoa, 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 am I going down the wrong track? Yes, I am. That switch was not lined up like that. Maybe it was and I missed it. Didn't touch the headlight. Maybe I missed that switch. Maybe it was lined the other way and I just missed it. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, they're on a completely different track. I'm like, okay, are they like coming down here to mess with this track that I'm on? No, they're going down there to tie into that stuff. No, that's what that stop point and call it for this episode. Eventually I want to do like more editing and stuff, but it's really hard for me to like find time to sit down and record these, just because I have other people I live with and my computer is set up in the living room. Like in one corner of the living room. So when I'm doing this stuff, it's like I have to contend with the fact that my roommates might come down and cook dinner and they may be making all kinds of noise, and it's like I don't want to be bothering them with my recordings, and I don't want their audio getting in my recording. It's not nice to record people or stream people when they don't want to be recorded or streamed. Yeah. It's like I want to click on Discord because somebody sent me a message. Camera's poked straight up. That's the first I've never actually heard. I've heard like the radio spark, static and like sometimes, but I've never actually heard like a conversation on it. I think I need to calibrate my rail driver as well. That's going to be it for this episode. We'll catch you guys in episode 9. Remember, these episodes are no longer going to be two a week starting after episode 8, so they're only going to be on Tuesdays. I'll catch you guys in the next one.